Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the message for the next 24 hours, the card of the day. This is going to be labeled as December 10th because I'm posting it in time for December 10th, where I am in the world. But you may be in a different time zone. Maybe the 10th has come and gone. Maybe you won't see this for a few weeks, months, years. So I'm setting the intention and asking that this be a message for the next 24 hours from whenever you happen to see it. Happy birthday to all the December 10th babies out there. And happy birthday to you if it happens to be your birthday on whatever day you see this message. Oh, we have Two of Pentacles. We had this recently. Hold on here. Okay, I'm going to link in the description of this video the card of the day.
So,
Oops.
my wife got me this
Sorry.
new tool.
I accidentally clicked on the video and it started playing the commercial. The December 6th video. I'm going to link the description for the December 6th video where Spirit gave us a lot of messages here about the Two of Pentacles. And I encourage you to watch it because it's being emphasized. But since I already did a whole card of the day on it, I'm not going to repeat the message. I'm just going to link the message so you can watch it because this card is being emphasized. We're going to pull a different card for today. And we have, the Justice card. Okay. So this is a Major Arcana card. Major Arcana cards are going to come up anytime that we're in like a significant new chapter in our life. It's a defining time, a defining moment. These are big energies that are going to be around for a while. That being said, Major Arcana card energy isn't just going to be done in 24 hours. Even though I'm setting the intention for 24 hours, this is energy that's going to be around for a while. So there could be things happening in the next 24 hours that are setting these things into motion for you. And there is a Libra element to the Justice card. So some of you could be dealing with a significant soulmate who may be a Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. If you have Libra placements, there could be big changes and big shifts happening for you in those houses or in those areas of your life. If you are dealing, if you are a Libra, if you're a Libra Sun, then this could be a time that you're really taking back your power, coming into your authenticity, living your best life unapologetically without concerns or worries about the thoughts and opinions of other people, and loving and embracing every aspect of yourself. Like, there's nothing that you're judging yourself about. There's nothing that you're cringing about yourself, your past, your family, whatever it might be. You know, every aspect of it was a part of you becoming who you are today, and you love who you are today, all of yourself, and so you're not embarrassed by anything. There's nothing cringe. The things that you used to beat yourself up about, or you thought, oh, these are character defects, you're realizing that when you apply them positively, they're actually wonderful tools, right? If somebody is stubborn or if they're determined depends on if the people around that person agree with what they're doing, right? It's the same energy. So sometimes people might tell us we're stubborn, but they just might not share our priorities, right? And so we might say, well, no, I'm determined, right? So it can be these kinds of things that you're beginning to realize or see as well. Justice card, let's put Libra aside here for a moment. Justice card in terms of energy, this is the head and the heart coming together, working together. It can be contracts, agreements. Some of you may be coming into signing a significant contract. It could also be an energetic contract. Maybe you're coming into an agreement with a person, right? Regardless of whether or not they have Libra placements, you may be making a new agreement with a person in terms of like a new spiritual agreement or soul agreement. You know how we have agreements we break in this lifetime? Like we'll have karmic partners and we'll break agreements that we made with them in previous lifetimes. You may be making a new agreement here with some higher vibrational connections. Here now in this lifetime, you may be making some new agreements or a significant new agreement in that way. It might not be a physical, literal contract. This could also be like court matters, legal matters being handled in a fair and just way. That is one of the traditional meanings of this card. That being said, here real quick, please do not schedule a reading with me to ask about the outcome of a legal case. I don't do legal readings. I know the card is coming up and you may have something happening in court and you're like, oh my gosh, let me see. This came up in the card of the day. Let me see what Amethyst picks up around my case. Unfortunately, I do not do readings around legal cases. So I just want to put that out there. But traditionally speaking, the Justice card is seen as things being handled in a fair and balanced way in a court of law. Justice here is also, as I said, balancing the head and the heart. So maybe some of you have been frustrated because you're thinking about your life and you're thinking about where you are right now. And there's things you're feeling pulled or called to do, and you might not be sure how to move forward because you might be saying to yourself, every single time I follow my head, I'm absolutely miserable, right? I'm absolutely miserable. And every time I follow my heart, I get burned, right? I jump from the fire into the frying pan, or it comes back and bites me in the butt. So there could just be a sense or a feeling here of feeling like I don't know what to do, right? Either way, I'm miserable. Well, the Justice card is about balance, balancing the head and the heart, balancing the letter of the law and the spirit of the law, bringing these two things to work together. So you might be learning now to follow your heart, but to bring your mind into the equation as well, right? We're going to say, okay, brain, this is what the heart wants. What do you have to say about that, brain? How can we make this work? How can we make this happen? How can we set ourselves up so that this succeeds? How can we do this in a logical way instead of just being in la la land and, jumping and falling on our face? So it's about bringing the two things together, bringing the head and the heart together. One more thing I want to say, it's a very unpopular message. It's a very unpopular message, but it has to be said, and I feel really pushed to say it and to share it. Sometimes I see, okay, how can I say this? It is the end of the year. We are coming into the holidays. We're coming into Christmas and New Year's and Valentine's Day. And this is a time that a lot of people are expecting proposals. They're expecting engagements. And so maybe you're dropping hints to your significant other, or your significant other is dropping hints to you that, let's go ahead and do this and let's get engaged. I have seen the Justice card come up a lot of the times in my readings when there's a prenuptial agreement that seems to surface, or the topic of it seems to come up. So, I will say this, for some of you, maybe you're anticipating or expecting a proposal, under the Christmas tree or at midnight on New Year's or something. There could be topic of a prenup or about like the separation of finances. And I know some people get really upset when that message comes up. However, it's, I guess, coming up as a heads up for some of you that this may be something that you're going to have to seriously consider. And in this aspect, I feel it's going to be a deal breaker if, one of the parties says, I feel it's going to be a deal breaker for the party that wants the prenup or wants this financial understanding or agreement. So it's not like the other person can say, I refuse, and then they're going to say, oh, okay, well, it was worth a shot. Let's get married anyway, or let's get engaged anyway. I feel like if if the other person refuses and says, I'm not going to separate assets, or I want you to put my name on the businesses and on the things from like before we were married, it could definitely be, or it will be, a deal breaker. And so I think it's just coming up to say you have the right to say no if you feel that strongly against it. But I feel like it comes up just to say, look, really be sure about it. Are you going to kick yourself later? Are you going to say yourself later, you know what? I don't like it. I don't like the agreement, or I don't like the prenup, but I really wish that I would have signed it because I'm regretting not marrying that person. Or, my life would have been a lot happier compared to what it is now had I just accepted those terms. That's a personal decision. I can't make that decision for you. I can't tell you you have to sign it. I can't tell you that you shouldn't sign it. But think carefully. Think carefully. And if you are going to sign it, make sure you understand it correctly. Maybe you need to go have somebody look at it and explain it to you so that it is something that's not going to be unfair. Or you can add your own stuff in there. Okay. All right, honey. Sure. Fair enough. This is all your stuff. I don't have any claim to it. But here's my stuff, and here's what I'm going to do with my money, and I'm going to be working on these goals or on these businesses while we're married. And I just want it to be understood that just like your stuff is separate, even though I'm doing this while we're married, it's going to be my stuff. It's going to belong to me. We're going to keep certain things separate, and these are the things I'm keeping separate. You can put things in for yourself. I know it's like very unromantic to think about these things, but I'm just saying some of you need to be prepared for the reality of that. Obviously, it's a general reading, and not every single one of you is going to have this. Some of you may be the one who are saying, I want this. I've worked really hard. I've gathered a lot of things that are I'm very proud of, and I want to make sure that I'm protecting it. So maybe some of you are coming in with that energy. Again, it's a general reading, and I go over the different aspects of the card, and not every aspect is going to apply for every single person. Alrighty, my dears. Check out the weekly forecasts are coming up for the new week. I'm working on those, but I'm also finishing up the 2023 forecasts. So check out the 2023 forecasts. Those are linked in the description. Love readings for December are linked in the description. If you would like to schedule a private reading with me, there's a link in the description that will take you to my scheduling page, calendly.com/amethystangellite, and you can schedule a private reading with me there. I do want to say something for those of you who are just going to be hanging around Christmas and New Year's. I've just been doing super solo holidays this year. So I was thinking that Christmas, maybe I'll come on Christmas Eve, and maybe I'll stay on till like late night and then hop back on during Christmas Day. And then maybe I might do it again for New Year's if you guys are just around, bored, lonely. I'll be pulling cards. Again, there's no need to do the super chat stuff. If you feel moved to do so, I appreciate it. Thank you. But I will pull cards as many as I can, and it's not based on whether or not somebody super chats. I do pull cards for people who don't super chat. So unless anything changes, I am planning on doing that. If you guys have any ideas or feedback about like how you would like that, or like what hours you think would be great to be sure to be on, or just any suggestions you have of the card pulls, I'm open to hearing those and making it a better experience, or like trying to accommodate as much as I can. So unless anything changes, of course, I'll keep you guys posted. I'm probably just going to be hanging out here just by myself, me and Max. And I'll probably hop on and pull cards for anybody who is bored or by themselves, or has a house full of people and wants to get away for a little bit. So any suggestions you guys have around that, let me know. Again, I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous day ahead. I hope you'll come back and check out tomorrow's message. Take care and be well, my darlings.